Welcome all of you, risk takers and truth seekers, to podcast Live the Battlefield. And today, I'm going to share something with you. I want to share with you the deadly skill which is necessary, regardless you're male or female, to succeed and to be dominant in a business. And above all, to set you apart from others. In Hamlet, Shakespeare may have said, "Clothes maketh a man." And this isn't entirely incorrect, as a man's clothing choices do play a role in shaping his overall demeanor. So what the suit or uniform represents is a symbol of masculinity, succession symbol, importance. Maybe ask a question: are you wearing the suit or uniform? And how you feel when you wear something like that? How do you feel when you wear the suit and uniform, you go for the meeting? So let's go refer in this podcast, we're going to talk about suit as a uniform. So it's going to cover everybody and every sex. You should be wearing the suit. Your suit or your wardrobe is your signature. And I like to provide a few facts about why the suit is rated as a deadly skill. I like to emphasize that I spent over 14 years in military and 5 years in diplomatic corps. And my daily job involved either training, fighting the enemy, represent my country, or working as an intelligence operative. And I was required to wear a given uniform, which was designed and required to be worn accordingly to military rules. Similarly, I wore a suit while I was working as an intelligence operative in the diplomatic corps. I didn't wear the tracksuit, the suit. Every man should own a suit, sometimes known as a uniform. So every person. And now you're probably wondering what I mean. What can I do to improve my performance and productivity? And why is it so important? And what is a uniform exactly? Well, okay, let's go start with this one. Your uniform projects your image to the rest of the world. Trust me when I say this to you. When I was in the military, when you wear your uniform outside of the army barracks, you represent country. An enemy will see it, how you dress and how you behave towards your uniform. You don't wear the flag, but uniform. Same goes for the police force. Police officers, I remember them when I was working in the service, not in police, but we shared some jobs together. I remember they were coming with all these spots of the food, like a menu, a la carte menu, the uniforms. It was disgraceful. Same goes for the people in corporate world. Are you coming corporate world and you are having the suit which is not washed, not pressed, is full of the stains? And now ask yourself, what does your suit or your, let's go call uniform, says about you? Ask yourself that question. Well, I will begin by defining uniform. What's a uniform? A uniform is a particular set of clothes that must be worn by the members of the same organization or a group or a people. That is according to Oxford Dictionary. You and other successful men are members of the same organization or group or people in this context. May I ask you, are you still following me where I'm going with this one? I'm not proposing that all successful men dresses in the same way. However, consider yourself as a distinct brand with a distinct appearance, and for the sake of discussion, I'll refer to your outfit as a uniform. You get to choose which uniform to wear. What you wear will determine by the image you want to project to the world. So what you wearing is projecting image to the world about you. Men who are exceptionally successful develop a persona that others can immediately recognize. But let me start at the beginning, my beginning. What the uniform represents to me. I remember as a kid, I always wanted to join the military service. Since, I don't know, like age 5 or 6, must be too much movies, partisans killing the Germans. When you have a great desire for something, you strive hard to make it a reality. My education came first, and then, regrettably, the war took over. However, the uniform has always had special meaning for me. The army and the uniform have always been linked together. Doesn't go without each other. Uniforms are designed to present soldiers with a uniform appearance for the three reasons. So I'm going to talk about military, why the military, what the three reasons are in military, which you can translate into your daily life and corporate world. Number one, uniform distinguish between allies and foes. So we used to be known during the peaceful time what uniforms our so-called enemies wearing. And as well, we knew what uniforms they're wearing during the combat. Because that's the way how you can make a difference between enemy and your brothers in arms. Uniforms are the most basic method of identification for military. In the days before these sophisticated communication technologies, uniforms made it straightforward for commanders to identify between friendly and enemy forces on the battlefield. It can be difficult to tell a group of people apart from distance when they are all dressed in different colors. However, dividing the crowd of people into two different colors makes them much more easier to discern between them. Reason number two, uniforms distinguish between the soldiers and non-combatants. Believe it or not, that's true. Similarly, uniforms were required to distinguish fighters from non-combatants. The Geneva Convention and other modern military rules offer certain rights to soldiers in uniform on the battlefield and certain safeguards to civilians. As a result, anyone in the conflict zone can quickly tell whether they are military or civilian based on their uniform or lack thereof. So that's rule number 3. We have the 3 rules. Number 3 it is, uniforms ensure standardized tool access. What does that mean? Well, in the military, we all have the same design for number 1. Finally, it's a standardized uniform that ensures that soldiers have access to all of the equipment and tools they require. This can contain, such as tool belts for carrying weapons, or weather appropriate clothes such as boots or coats, and the list goes on. Now, the image of a man in military uniform has long been a Hollywood staple. For example, for Tom Cruise in Top Gun to Richard Gere in Officer and Gentleman. So what exactly is about a man dressed in uniform? Now I want you to translate this into the corporate world as well. The suit, not just the uniform. Uniform command attention in variety of settings, including the military, the office, and the sports. And the big screens has loaded the men who wear them. When you watch the movie and you see the guy in the suit, they say like, he must be the lawyer or must be the CEO or maybe he's a mafia. And then comes the guy in a tracksuit, the guy in broken attire and everything else. Your first thought is, what? That's the reason why the corporate world took it away from military the way how they dress. There's something about military attire that makes males more appealing. Men, same goes for the women. There is a reason why troops wear uniforms that make them appear and feel powerful, imposing and impressive. They can improve a person's self-esteem, frighten enemy soldiers and attract new recruits. Even today, the inverted V-torso with broad shoulders and tight waist represent the typical male figure. That's given. Not in my case, but that's how it is. Even if you wear uniform or another type of attire, we still need to know following. Dressing for success may appear complicated, but it doesn't not have to be. There's a few simple steps, or let's call tips, that could help you improve your appearance and advance in your career. First, make sure your clothing fits properly. Don't let your clothes is being loose and dragging on the floor, or let it fit you properly. Too many people go to tremendous pains to obtain apparel that they believe would make them appear taller or thinner because somebody told them. Yet these items typically do not feel well and make the wearer look terrible. Second, avoid flashy or popular looks. Don't copy somebody else. Make it your own signature. Even though those outfits are trendy now, they won't be in a year or two. And finally, keep in mind the image you wish to project. Make sure your wardrobe expresses the confidence and professionalism you want to project. That is your deadly skill. I can guarantee you, after so many years in the military, so many years in diplomacy, the most important thing is, the moment I wear the uniform or the suit, I felt invincible. I feel successful. I feel the part of something greater. Now, make it your own signature. Wear your suit or the uniform for your daily success. Feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment, and leave in the comment section below, what do you think is a deadly skill being dressed for success? Good or necessary? Thank you.